guys, welcome to The Path Less Traveled. My name is Ryan and welcome to Tasmania, Australia. Jillian and I are exploring Tasmania for the next 7 days, and it's a pretty special trip for us because we haven't seen each other in almost 5 months. Like, last time we saw each other was in October. So we will basically be doing a huge loop around most of the island, the majority of it, as much as we can do in 7 days. So we're basically going to show you guys how to make the most out of 1 week in Tasmania, seeing the coolest spots. And you guys know that we like to do hikes, so that's kind of one of the focuses of this trip, this road trip. But this morning we flew from Melbourne to Launceston, and we'll be also flying out of Launceston in 7 days from now. So first stop is Cradle Mountain eventually tonight, but we are just on our way and decided to take a little detour to a place called Parsons Falls. So we're going to go show you guys what this is all about. Okay, you have 10 seconds to introduce yourself. Ready, set, go.
Okay, I'm Jillian. I live in Melbourne. My favorite color is blue. I love frogs. My favorite food is pasta or popcorn or rice or sushi or salt and vinegar chips. And that's all. Oh, I don't like getting water on my face.
Now you know, Jillian. Alright guys, we made it to the falls. The falls are like pretty small right now, not a whole lot of water flowing. It's been super dry here in Tassie lately. But look at the water, so blue. Reminds me of New Zealand. How is it? This is some of the coldest water I've ever been in before. How was your swim?
It was so good. So refreshing. Unbelievably cold, though.
I know.
So cold.
This is crazy. So we just checked in and set up our little campsite here at Discovery Park's Cradle Mountain, and it's a beautiful area. Like, the campsite's awesome. Everyone has their own little bit of privacy, and the facilities are really nice, and it's like right next to Cradle Mountain, obviously. So it's cool because there's not a whole lot of other options for accommodation around Cradle Mountain, especially in the budget range. So I think for one night of a non-powered campsite we paid about $40, which is pretty good, pretty damn good around here. Everything else I think is quite upscale luxury style. So if you're looking for somewhere to stay, I would definitely recommend it. And now we got about a half an hour until sunset. So we're gonna go up to Cradle Mountain or up into the park to Dove Lake and try to catch a sunset. Good morning, it is bright and early and we've just made our way to the Dove Lake car park in Cradle Mountain, and the stars are still out in full force. It's about 5:30 in the morning now, just before 5:30, and we wanted to come and get started on a hike while it's still dark so that we can be at a spot called Marions Lookout by the time the sun comes up. Probably won't do too much filming in the pitch black, but we'll see you guys up at Marions Lookout. this little montage of the amazing scenery around here at Marions Lookout. Cradle Mountain does not disappoint. Like, honestly, I've seen so many photos of it online in the area and everything, but it's just like, it's so spectacular. Like, the video doesn't really do it justice. And then you've got Dove Lake down here behind us. The walk was a little bit harder than expected, actually, which is a bit surprising, but definitely made it up in pretty fast time. It recommends between like an hour and 1.5 hours, and we made it up in pretty much exactly 1 hour. So yep, the last little bit of track is a bit steep, so just be aware of that. Bring good shoes, bring some snacks, bring some water. There's no water up here once you get this high, so just so beautiful. I'm blown away already. Only day 2, blown away. All right, so if you guys are anything like me, you probably don't know much about Tasmania. At least, like, I hardly knew anything about Tasmania until I moved to kind of that part of the world, New Zealand. But one thing I did know, you know, growing up, you have the Looney Tunes and you have the Tasmanian Devil, and I was always curious, so I decided one day to look them up, and it turns out, well, Tasmanian devils are real creatures, and they're amazing, and they're actually endemic. They're only found here in Tasmania, which is really cool. So for the afternoon, our next activity here in Cradle Mountain is we are going to hang out with some Tasmanian devils. Even, I think we get to feed some joeys, which are the little pups. That's like what they call baby marsupials, are called joeys. And so we're at this place called Devils at Cradle. It's a sanctuary just for Tasmanian devils, and we're gonna spend some time with them this afternoon, and I'm super excited for it.
This is Sky. I'll let her relax a little bit first and then get a bit closer to you. Sky is obviously a Tasmanian devil, so she is about
nails.
I know, right? They're like cat claws.
Oh my god.
She can climb pretty well as well. So beautiful little cushions under their feet for extra grip as well. She's about 10 months now, so a bit older than the little guys that we saw taking a bath before. She's about 4 kilos and will get up to about 7 or 8 kilos being fully grown at the age of 2 years. So we focus on breeding here with devils for conservation purposes, so Sky will be one of our breeding females next year as well. And what we work together with here, actually, we're privately funded and owned, but we collaborate with the government here. The Australian government has set up a program called the Save the Devil program in response to the tumour disease, and they're doing a lot of the research into finding a vaccination as well. So they're up to about 60% success rates with that, which is not 100%, but it's a cancer. It's very complicated because it's contagious as well, of course. So that will continue. What they've done as well, and that's where Sky comes in, they've actually set up a captive devil insurance population, and that is like a backup population for the species. Wow. So we have 800 devils in captivity in Australia that form the backup population. If they do become extinct, we can start again with these guys here. Now we have 60 of the 800 of Devils at Cradle, and they're all disease free. So in the back there you can see that 3-metre high fence that continues all the way around the park, and that makes our devils quarantined from the wild population as well. Relax now. She might be a bit hungry. It's almost feeding time for her as well, so.
Actual pictures and then send it to them and be like, here's some
maybe we should, yeah. So yeah, we just checked into our Airbnb for the night. Unfortunately, we were only here one night, but we're gonna enjoy it as much as we can. We're in this tiny like village. I don't even know if you can call it because it's all farmland, but it's called Promised Land, which is quite funny. But yeah, we're on this property. Hey, how's it going? Okay, sorry, I had to cut that introduction to the Airbnb short because Michael, our host, came over with his goat. What was his goat's name?
Mr. Gruff.
Mr. Gruff came over with his goat to greet us. Yeah, I'll put the link to this place in the description, and if you guys are like coming Cradle Mountain area, this is a place you should definitely come stay, because as he kind of told us, like, he wants to spoil his guests when they're here, and that's exactly what it seems that they have set this place up to do. So 5 stars so far.
Yeah, I want to live here.
With Mr. Crow.
We're never leaving.